Hi everyone, this is Matthew Archambault from DrawingTutorialsOnline.com, and I wanted to just do a very quick screencast for you. And basically what I want to do is just show you some advanced form. Now this is a portrait that I just finished for the members, and it was, I don't know, maybe like a 2.5 hour drawing. And what I had done for the members was I did a screencast, and one of the chapters was on advanced form. So let's get into it. So you want to think about this nose right over here as being more like a box shape, okay? Bridge of the nose, definitely more of like a box shape. And then when we come over to the ball of the nose, or the tip of the nose, you totally want to think of this tip of the nose more like a ball. So basically, if I was going to do a little underplane, I meant to say, my underplane would look something like that. Now, this is what I'm really thinking about as I'm drawing, but I'm not going to draw these surface planes like this, but I'm going to think this way. So when I shade, I know what I'm shading. So when I'm shading the nose, it's definitely, the tip of the nose is more sphere-like. And even over here, this just totally wraps around. Now, this is definitely more front light, so you're not really seeing major shadow, but basically what you would normally get in a portrait type situation is the underplane of the nose would usually be in shadow. Okay. Now another cool part of this, and this front plane of the nose was catching some shadow as well, and that side of the ball was. Now the other cool thing is this eye. And this eye, basically, you've got to think of the form of the eyeball. So basically, we're just going to see that much of the eyeball, maybe a little bit more. So here's our lashes, okay, and here's the iris. So pretty much you're thinking about the form, all right? So now if I kind of come back and I work on her eye, I'm thinking of the roundness of her eye right there, and now I'm going to think also about the ball. So this would be my underplane of the ball, catching shadow, like on our sample little eyeball to the left there, and then my top plane is catching light. This part right over here is totally catching light. So usually these lashes just cast like a really cool shadow on most of that. So now another great like little form shape is right over here, and this would be the infamous peanut shape. Okay, and so now you're thinking about when you do your shading lines, you wrap around, wrap around, wrap around. And that is a very cool like little thing to do as well. So the reason why on this screencast, or I'm kind of mimicking the screencast that I did for all the members, I'm just kind of showing them how I'm thinking in terms of the form, and the form is crucial because that dictates how I'm going to shade, and my pencil lines go with the form. So pretty much like right over here, this is a skinny like little front plane, and there was a little slight shadow over there. So I would be shading down with my light pencil lines. Same thing, we've got a front plane right underneath the nose, and even over here her forehead just slowly wraps around. So I'm thinking about, I'm not going to shade horizontal like this, but I'm just kind of showing you how I'm thinking that way. If I wanted to think of myself as a tattoo artist, how I would wrap around the form, coming all the way down. Let's say I was going to tattoo a line on this model's face. Pretty much it would wrap this way. Okay, so that gives me more form to think about, and so my shading lines are going to wrap around kind of this way, wrap around that way. And this whole area of the mouth is more like a ball. So if I was even going to start from her lip, this totally wraps around. So this is kind of how I'm thinking, a little bit more advanced form. Of course you're not going to draw this way, but you are going to think this way, and you are going to break everything down to either a ball or a box. And even when it comes to her hair right over here is a total, I know it's not rendered out that much, but if I was to render it, all the strands of hair would go around that little cylinder. And then we've got a bigger cylinder right over here. And that big cylinder sits on the big form of her head. So if I was going to like draw some of this hair, I kind of do it in that fashion. So form is very, very important, and the way that you render your subtle pencil lines to go with the form is just going to give your drawings that much more dimension. Now, we're at, I believe, 489 members at Drawing Tutorials Online, and I'm really pushing to get to 500. Whoever is the 500th member of Drawing Tutorials Online gets 2 free years membership to the site, and that's like $200 value actually. So we're about 10 away from that, and today is I'm posting this on YouTube late Thursday, but I'm gonna send out my email blast on Friday. So if you get this on Friday or you get this video on Thursday night, definitely consider signing up, because there's a lot that's at Drawing Tutorials Online, and you'd really be very happy if you got a 2-year free membership. All right, thanks for watching.